eternity.
Finest dream separation. Okay, welcome back. We left at an awkward spot, but we're back here. I just went through the previous stuff in the other video and fuck demo. Yeah, fuck demo. Everything is working, right? Yes, we are recording. Good. Okay. I believe this is the last one of these things, maybe. At least that's what it implied to me. I don't know. Kinda listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden wait, what? She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Yeah, the black object. Okay. Oh, why is my mouse there? Sorry. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. Okay? A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Ew. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. Bug? What do you mean? The old woman, Collie, the goat. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's not a bug, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kine. And I think it's burnt or something, because it smells terrible. With that, Kine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Do we think it's an actual berry, or do we think it's like some sort of medicine she managed to acquire to control Kine's, most likely stuff regarding her well, what's the word? You know, black scourge? No, not scourge. Scroll. Yeah, that thing. I mean, kinda maybe. Oh, also, I think how do we do this? I have Discord open here. I think it's here, NieR. Yeah. So basically, I got some lines here. After I recorded, I got some comments from Arcanex, the goat, always coming in clutch. So I apparently missed a small bit of text in the Gestalt reports, but it wasn't apparently anything big, so not worth checking. So we can just read it here. Research of this condition is now our top priority, and looks likely to continue for some time. And okay, from Duola. Yeah, okay, nothing big. Just unfortunately, I guess that was the first time I noticed that you can scroll them down, and I just missed it the first time I could have done it. Okay, cool. Yeah. And here was an interesting bit of stuff regarding Kine. I'm not sure if I can open these. I mean, I probably can. But yeah, there was some interesting stuff about Kine here. I think I'll just let the story play out instead of waffling on about predictions and that. But yeah, wow, my body is not normal. You think I'm pretty? This thing speak to me. Yeah. I mean, beyond just kind of being like some kind of hybrid between a true human and a new human android thingy. Like, just this line alone made me think that maybe Kine is like androgynous, or was androgynous, or something like like she was originally a boy or something. Maybe it made me think that kinds of stuff as well. But you know, that's just a general idea, and you can, you know, apply the analogy or like the basic idea to many different things. But for now, let's just go with the most comfortable idea of, like, you know, her actually being a shade thingy. Yeah. With that, yeah, she threw it in her mouth. Okay. Mouse. Oh, yeah, that's terrible, all right. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. Yeah, she most certainly got her personality traits from Kali. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. Okay, so this is did we get an age? I forgot already if we got an age, but this is probably in her 12, 13, 14, that age, roughly around there. As is often the way with two stubborn people, their relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. Aww. That's so sad. I mean, I'm so happy for her right now, also very scared for the future, but that's so sad. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Hey, that's my girl. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so, this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burnt berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. I imagined that, the music isn't helping the situation of me feeling like she's about to die. Or like something dramatic is about to happen, but yeah. Even though she's growing more and more frail, the grandma, I still kind of see her as kind of a gigajet woman. Kaine looked up, surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna check out the kelma trees. Kelma trees, oh, I don't think we've heard those before. Okay, kelma trees, and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. Oh, and I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? Kaine stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home, constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble. Oof. The old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. That's a funny image. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm going to build a stone wall so we have some protection. Aw. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. Yes, she's that old already, damn. God damn, girl. If a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. We got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot. I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. I feel like she wants her to stay here. I mean, both out of, her own safety, but also like she's at her last legs and wants to spend time and... it's a multifaceted reason also, so that she doesn't get bullied by other people if she goes to, you know, civilization. And yeah. A confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems my mind is... I mean, there could be something else, that like Kaine is like maybe oozing out more and more of her, you know, other-sidedness, and Kali just can't muster the courage to tell that to her, and something like that. Or she could just be getting old. That is very possible too. She didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to her nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. The flowers' petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. Aww. So that means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you've become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. That's the other word, garland. I was like, isn't there usually another word used other than wreath? But yeah, garland. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman, and there ain't another like you in all the world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Shut your mouth, such a mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. This feels like a final moment between them, and it's so sad. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Aww. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? Aww. Yeah, this is actually a final goodbye or something. The old woman stared at her and blinked, then slowly held her wrinkled hands out as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh, fuck. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought that the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. Oh my god. Oh, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. Oh no. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Is this one of those cases where the grandma knows she's about to die today and doesn't want the other person to see it? Kaine rolled her eyes, then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Oh, I'm like on the verge of tearing up here. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself. But in the end, the temptation was too great. she spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small, bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. Gods, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Tyrann worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. What little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow, and she only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Yeah, fair enough. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Tyrann pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers, oh no, and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Oh no. Oh no. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Oh boy. Tracing its path with a finger, Tyrann suddenly felt her stomach knot in on itself. Ooh. Oh gods, no. Her grandmother's house was ablaze. No, this better not be the doing of Demo. I mean, it probably is shades, because that's what we were talking about before, but you know. Her house was ablaze, the flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma? Grandma! Tyrann ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone and went sprawling into the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Tyrann's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. Oh, I need to lower the volume on my end. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Yeah, shades. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Got to save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt. Her worst suspicions confirmed. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large, armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Tyrann, it let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then, the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. The creature bellowed again, and this time, Tyrann responded with a scream of her own. Alright, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you, or me. Let's go. This is gonna be her hero moment. The shade eyed Tyrann with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. Ew. What a nasty creature. I say that as I know that it's a human. With the dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house, thought the smoke and flames. Through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. She's still alive. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kaine. Alive! Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Ouch! Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Wow. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother. No. And pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach, but she might well have been pushing a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. This is just torture. I mean, she's not gonna survive, I know it, but it still hurts. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. What a base sentence, by the way, holy shit. Grandma, hold on, just a little longer. The grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Do we have to go into so much detail? It hurts. Stupid game. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. I mean, short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard! Laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, but there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy at their suffering. Yeah, I see your plan. The shade moved its claws slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward. But she forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt on the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Okay? she screamed. "Give her back to me!" It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. Heine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. Ouch! Fuck. As she lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds, a small, weak voice spoke up. Heine. Heine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Oh, Grandma? Heine, you gotta run. You can't best this one. Heine grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Heine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Cool game, cool. Grandma, no! No! I said run! God damn it! You have to live! You have to get through! The thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Fuck you, game. My mouse is visible again. Stupid mouse. Blood oozed from the gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible, putrid smell assaulted Heine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. Yeah. When the creature finally lifted its appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kinda blinked, trying to feel the hand which had been in hers just the moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers. But then, the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Heine's mind, one after another, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Heine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. I know. Can we at least? I mean, I don't know if we can even take revenge right here, right now, because the difference in skill and power is just so great. But maybe we can have a hero avenging moment. I don't know. Heine's body slowly rose, as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles. Ouch. Her head lolled dangerously to the side. This feels more like the shade version of Kaine that was unleashed. Yet, somehow, she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with a deep red fire. Okay, that's a fire line to begin with, but okay. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. I mean, you can never count Kaine out. I'm not sure if I should... It's so hard to make a personal decision here if I should just try to reel in the emotion and start support or being supportive of Kaine here in wanting the creature dead and being hyped up about it, or if I should just take it in slowly and just feel this as a sad revenge, possible revenge. I don't know. Kaine seized the moment, laughing like a mad woman. She leapt into the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. Yeah, full rage. Oh, Kaine shook. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Ouch. Yeah. Her chest rose and fell slowly, as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Oh. Is that blood? I think it is. Think I'm bleeding to death. No, I can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke and flames, all of it faded away, until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Yeah, I can't repeat it that many times. My throat's gonna die. Kill it now! As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. Yeah, in the face of an impossible situation, you have to evolve somehow. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Oh, we're back into the game. Yeah. The controller even shook and I kind of got jump scared by it. Oh. Would you happen to want to remind me of what the design of this beast is again? I mean, it's kinda different, but you know, we can, well, it might actually be just the same thing. I mean...
剣ではない。お前の腕が上がったのだ。存分に暴れよ。
I guess, yeah, no more dialogue. Poor Kaine. Poor Kaine. There we go. Nope. There we go. Oh. Get fucking pounded. Right. Strangled. Is this different? I feel like this is different, but... Oh. Wow. It's been a while since I saw whatever cutscene was after, so, you know. Oh, Kaine. Kaine's dreams encounter. Okay, so there is one more. Wait, no. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd have to go back and check afterwards if that is different. I'll do that at the beginning of the next video to check. I'll check if that cutscene was different. I'll yeah, before the start of the next video, I'll definitely go through all the cutscenes so I have them in fresh memory. You know? Yeah. Gently. Weakly. Softly. I'm glad that, kinda glad that that moment happened because it gave me a soft emotional reset from that whatever the fuck I just read. Fuck shades. Fuck humanity. I mean... I don't know how what more we are going to learn, but like I'm kinda all for fuck humanity, full on android species bleeds the planet going forward. Except you know, our main cast, they can live, of course. Gently, weakly, softly. The shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon. So we're back at the scene after Kaine was quote unquote pummeled to death or like, you know, bleeding out. Yeah. Toward the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shamed beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone, but she has both. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some shade super healing, maybe android super healing, I don't know, going on with Kaine. Was gone. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. That's foul. That's foul, game. No. Oh, that's... Okay, it's not the grandma's. Okay, thank God. I mean, it sucks that that's Kaine's arm, but... Ugh. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. This is gonna make a clapping a real bitch. Okay, Kaine. Okay, Miss Comedian. Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are ya? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes Feed them to a dog. Are we thinking of Demo? Don't tell me that the shade there was some kind of metaphor and it was actually just Demo. Wait, let me just think about this. I'm so emotionally compromised currently that it's hard to immediately piece together if there's any plot twists or if I should read between the lines. Sorry. Huh? Cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are you? Well, you had it coming. Oh, that's... Oh, I see. Yeah, I completely like separated those two lines. So yeah, the voice in the depths of her mind is... She's thinking that Demo would say that. Okay. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. Okay, this is, I think this is real. I want to draw. Oh, no, it's still in her mind. Okay. I thought that was the apothecary just running. Hold still, don't move. I can save you, but no, it's in her mind. Yeah. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. Oh, stop! Don't want to live forever. That definitely ties deeper into the entire theme of this game of how old are we actually, and you know, if we were to live forever, like humanity as a species, like would we want all this suffering and drama and tragedy? It will eat us out from inside out, hollow us, make us like shades. Want to die right here? I see, he said quietly. Well, if that's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. Aw, since you rejected my offer, I decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as alive. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Oh, fuck you, game. Fuck you. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Ah. Stop. No. Don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture and to the ground below, where they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother. She truly was a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. Okay, game, that's it. You're going to hell. Okay, game, cool. Yeah. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Okay. I know the actual apothecary was kinda goated, but I'm afraid your spectral version has earned you the right to straight descent to the lowest level of hell. What the fuck? I look like that? Yeah, you were missing an arm and eye, and you're bloody all over and smashed to the ground. Oh God. Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Aina laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. The actual apothecary, that one random person, Accord, or Yonah before she was kidnapped. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? Okay, that sounds like her grandmother. The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take a form. Kaina wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. I don't know if the grandma's laughter was like that, but sure. Fine. Finally resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes. They don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh God, you are the best. Heine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. Oh my God, that's so sick and twisted, but also very realistic. Phantom usage of a lost limb. Substance slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Or is my mind just losing itself? I feel like you're about to get mega healed. She could feel the slime oozing upward, feeling the hot searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice. Let it go. I tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? Oh, I see. This is like her inner goop, darkness, shade, whatever it is. It might not be shade thing at all. I mean, it most likely is, but you know, whatever the other thing inside Kaina is, or yeah, that's who's speaking. Okay. Have what? Your body? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood, just like before. Ooh. Is it just pure murderous intent, like given incarnation, given form? Or it could be like an actual human mass murderer, horrible person from the past, or, you know, if we assume that Kaine is like a first generation human, or first generation meta-human, new human android thingy, that this is the actual Kaine as a shade or something locked inside of her, you know, trying to take control. It could be that too. I don't know. Let's see. I don't want to theorize right now too much. In response, Kaine shifted her head and vomited. Yeah, fair enough. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. It could also be something else because, you know, shades, sure, they are kinda ooze-y, but they have always felt more like shadows or smoke to me. Even though the last enemy we just fought there, it was more like ooze-like. But I don't know, shades have always felt more like more ghostly to me, so this black ooze could be an entirely different thing as well. That's the one last thing I want to throw out there. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. Aww. The moment it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. So all this time that we've known Kaine, she's been merged with this struggling between staying her original personality and then whatever murderous intent thingy this shade, maybe not shade, is. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small, whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Ew, that line reads so creepy. Ew. I mean, based dialogue, but still. Now, give me that body. Come on, give me the body, and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. Yeah, I mean, this is probably what's gonna... this is probably going to go through because she ends up surviving. Unless she can actually decline it here and heal through some other way, but, you know, based on her supernatural healing at the other point in the series, you know. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back too. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Aw. Stop! The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, then quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Ooh, that's interesting. Could it not take over Kaine's body if she just simply declined the offer that the ooze required a consent to fully merge and take over. There could be some interesting lore there. But basically Kaine's at least eye and one of her arms is kinda fused with the ooze right now. Sure. Probably her throat too, because she probably lost her voice or something during that moment. Ha! What the hell, Sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal! I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said, can't die yet. Yeah, it could just be a random shade trying to infiltrate her body too, because, you know, she seemed like she was dying, and, you know, all shades would probably want a human body, like our Shadow Lord tried to give Yonah a body. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken. We don't need. No game. Let's not. Bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her, and heard its mocking laughter. Then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. Yeah, fair. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. Yeah, there's the fire in her eyes. That thing shook my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern. The pattern of the shades burn itself into her left arm. I'll be damned. Oh, that's the shade. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, Sunshine. I think you and me are gonna be good friends now. Yeah, due to Kaine's rage and, you know, wanting to avenge, she grasped for any power, and she kinda half accepted the shade inside her. Or ooze, whichever term we want to use here. Kaine stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and begin infecting the rest of her body. That makes so much sense with the rest of the game. Yeah. The more she gives in to the rage, to the power she needs to avenge, the more the shade gets control. Yeah. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop! Got to stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm down. Come on, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger burn with the fire of revenge. Thirst for blood. Then go out there and shut up and get the hell out of my body. Aww. Your body? Oh, that's rich, Sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? I bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. This also raises questions about the that one moment where Kaine gets fucking pierced through her chest. Did she actually die there? If not, did she require more of the shade to heal her? So, and in return, the shade would get more control over her body. Did it take completely over Kaine and faked being kind of the rest of the way? There's so much to consider right now. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Ah, no. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Ow! Kaine screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Ew, that sent shiver down my spine. Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed, whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me? We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how the folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker definitely. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? Oof. Intriguing lore idea, but I'm too sad to think about it. So, listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all that bad. There's plenty in it for you too. Yeah, enhanced strength, I would assume. Healing probably too, maybe. I'm a very powerful creature, sunshine. And now that power belongs to you. This shade could... I don't know. Did I mention? I thought I mentioned it, but I'll just mention it again in case I forgot. This could very well be the very same shade who just now killed the grandmother, you know? Most likely is too. I don't know. You got enemies? People you wanna kill? I can make it happen. That little fat kid who kept picking on you? That big old... Okay, different then, yeah. That big old shade that squashed your granny? Well, wrap him up in their own assholes. This is quite a character, this shade. Slash ooze. Oh, but yeah, quite intriguing. If it is seemingly a different one, if we can trust the sentence, that big old shade being a different one, this shade mentioning it is quite a powerful one. Also brings up possible theories for the future, but that's not here nor there now. No more abuse for you, sunshine. No more pain. What? Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? This shade slash previous human seems so morally broken. They probably delight in the mass murder of their kind. What? You think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? That's a fucking hilarious line, by the way. Holy. Racist towards shades. Killing snob. Killing snob. Good line. I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honeypants. I just want to drink from the well. Wow, that's taking on my voice a bit. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. Yeah. It's a really complicated feeling. Obviously, you want nothing to do with shade / whatever this ooze is, because they just killed your grandma, but at the same time, you can get revenge and you were just healed by it and you feel new vigor and strength and, new emotions. It's a very complicated situation. And I don't know if she has the strength of will to fully deny it. Obviously she kinda does, but, she still accepts that it's a part of her now. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole! Oh, that was more of a mutter. Fuck off, asshole! Muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Yeah, she definitely wants to feel the revenge. Screamed the voice. Look at you go! Oh, sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun! So, listen. My name is Tyrann. Tyrann? Tyrann. And if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Ooh. Yeah, a shade in her heart. A human heart consumed by a shade. There's loads of thematical potency in that line. Also, Tyrann, definitely a name to write down. Also, I don't want to say that we've heard that name in some weapon description, but have we? Have we maybe? Definitely something to keep in mind as I go through the weapons eventually again, in whenever we gather them and max raise them. Yeah. I feel like we might have, but I might be just gaslighting myself because I want to make a connection immediately. This could just be a full-on first introduction. Tyrann, huh? Also very funny because, tyranny is a terrible word, but definitely concept associated with this situation. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kaine found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. She feels like, I don't know, I think in her mind she feels like she can probably control this and not let the shade corrupt her fully, or maybe she doesn't care about that part anymore. It's really hard to say. I'm gonna find that shade, and I'm gonna strangle it with its own guts. Whoa. And when I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyrann. Count on it. Laughed Tyrann. I have shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, oh no, like that moment when she got pierced fully, then I'm gonna take over everything. Yeah, that's what we saw. That was Tyrann that came out of Kaine then. So keep on killing, sunshine, and watch your back. The voice grew fainter and gradually faded away. if the story is gonna play out roughly the same and we're just gonna get Kaine's side of things, that moment when she gets pierced and Tyrann comes out, that's gonna be definitely a big moment I'm looking forward to. Fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find out something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel like normal, or feel normal, yeah, fair enough. That would mean the creature inside her had already won. Yeah, there's no win-win situation in this one, unless we can somehow reach an alternate ending where we kind of get sunlight inside Kaine and purify the shade inside of her away. But I don't know if that's possible. I'm not a shade. I am Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heart-breaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears, yeah. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Yeah, and then she eventually gives one to Yonah because she learns that another family member is dying. Yeah. Kaine started to place it in her hair, then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. But I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Yeah, this feels like a tragedy waiting to end in some horrible situation. There's no winning. There's no happy ending. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn, and the people of the area rose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world. Yeah. Also, she remained in that position. That's such a good parallel, because when she was imagining this, she was petrified, or, just got out of being petrified, so, Wow. Emil's words. Aww. Man, look at her. So beautiful. The left hand, all bandaged because it has the shade. Repeating the grandmother's last words, yeah. Man, I love her voice, by the way.
カイネさん、ありがとう。
おかえり、カイネ。
ずいぶん立派になったな。どのくらい眠っていたんだ、私は。
5年だよ。
Bigger than she remembers, larger than life.
そうか。5年か。
She looked up at Mr. NieR. I don't know. Yeah, I just thought that because he was now taller than her, and she, in Kaine's mind, the grandma was always a towering, tall, larger-than-life figure. That maybe we, the protagonist, now reminded, were of her grandmother. Wow. Yeah. Also, I don't know if it was shown in that Discord message or if it was mentioned somewhere else. I showed at the beginning of the video. But yeah, the one of definitely the reasons why Kaine dresses like this is not just there's at least two big reasons. One, give your body as much sunlight so that maybe the shade would, just wither away, but also to, show that she is feminine, that she's not a freak, like very boyish, very something freak like Demo said in the flashback. Definitely. That's why the high heels and that kind of a very revealing, very feminine, very sexy outfit. Yeah. There's probably another big reason as well, and someone has probably made a whole ass essay about it, but yeah, that's what I can gather from this right now immediately without pondering about it too much.
ヨナは
探してるが、魔王の足取り自体なかなかつかめぬ。
これ。
それは月の涙。
Lunar tear. It was night when she lost her grandma, and she cried out tears.
おばあちゃんのに負けないやつをって頑張って作ったんだけど。
そうか。ありがとう。ありがとう。
Oh, that soft voice. The second repeat of arigato. わお。
長く石化されていたカイネの目覚め。
Yeah.
エミールの見せた優しさ。再び出会う喜びを俺たちは噛み締めていた。デボルさんたちからその話を聞くまでは。
Oh, yeah. Can't stay in the village.
なぜなんだ？どうしてなんだ？
Yeah,
デボルさん、ポポルさん。
I think this is the exact same line. These two can't stay in the village because village people are scared of them.
分かってちょうだい。揉め事が起きて危害が及ぶのはあなたたち自身なのよ。
But that's also very suspicious because obviously the villagers might as well be scared of them, but at the same time, now that we know that Devola and Popola are, working as kind of just controllers of this entire settlement, probably all of the settlements we see, controlling the population. I don't know if we can trust these lines. I mean, maybe.
Demo.
Not that I hold it against them or hate them, but it's just, can we trust their words? It's interesting.
大丈夫ですよ。
But yeah, that sucks extra much that we are being driven out of the city right after Kaine awoke because, she had her whole flashback about her past and, when she was being tormented and basically driven out of everywhere. Not that it's anything new, she's had to endure it her entire life, but still. Yeah, definitely hits an extra layer after witnessing the flashback.
僕らなら外で寝ますから。
待てよ、おかしいだろ。己の身を犠牲にして村を救ったカイネとエミールがなんで村から追い出されなきゃならない。
だって僕らこんなんだし、みんな怖がりますよね。
Yeah.
あなたにそう思ってもらえるだけでもう十分ですね、カイネさん。
私は外の方が慣れてる。
そんな。
じゃあ外で待ってますね。すまないな。
Like Devolo and Popola never seemed like bad people, even when we were fighting against them, and they even grieved the loss of themselves. Yeah, when the other one died. But still,
どうした？
俺ちっとも気づかなかった。カイネがなぜ野宿していたか。
The question is, since we are acting this way, I don't remember if these lines were said in the original first playthrough. But did we also, the protagonist here, did we also get to experience that flashback when we awoke Kaine?
ちっとも気づいてやれなかった。くそ。
Yeah.
今日はもう休め。
So heavy.
その夜は眠ることができなかった。レボルさんを
Yeah.
初めて憎く思った。
I remember this line.
ポポルさんを冷たい人だと疑った。だがそんな俺の感情には意味がない。彼女たちは村を第一に考えた結果、ああいうしかなかっただけだ。村人たちを魔物の恐怖から守ろうとして言ったことだ。
The horror of shades, huh? I mean, sure.
デボルさんとポポルさんの罪を責めるなんてできない。カイネたちの立場を知ろうともしなかった。
Just as bad, huh?
同罪なんだから。
Am I as bad as well because I barely thought about it in the original playthrough? Although I did think about how horrible it is and, try to give reasons, but Outside.
カイネとエミールに謝ろう。謝って。いや、謝ったって。
Yeah. Do they really want sympathy from you at this point? Not really.
カイネさん、今
この声は。
ああ、
焚き火って不思議ですね。
A campfire?
ずっと見ていられる気がします。
そうか。服が燃えないように気をつけるんだぞ。
はい。
I'll see if I can subtitle that myself. Their off-screen conversation. That was a fun line there at the end. Watch out that your clothes won't burn.
カイネさんとまたお話ができて、僕嬉しいです。
I don't remember this. Did we get this last in the first playthrough as well? Maybe.
そうか。私もだ。
カイネさんを助けるために僕頑張ったんですよ。一生懸命磨いてみたりお湯をかけてみたり。
ああ、ML。
お湯をかけたのか。
Of course.
はい。でも全然ダメで。
石化を解いてくれてありがとう、エミール。
ちょっとだけ姿が変わっちゃいましたけど。
辛い思いをさせてしまったな。
でもこの姿も悪いことばかりじゃありません。
Yeah, you look very dapper right now. No. He probably means that he can see people now.
こうしてカイネさんを見ながらお話できるようになりましたし。
Yeah. Oh, and that adds another extra noise layer. Emil can now finally see Kaine, and he is happy about being able to see Kaine. Kaine, who up until this point had mostly been described as being repulsive or a freak from other people's point of views. Obviously, she's very beautiful. I've always said that, but you know, this is more of a thematic thing from Emil's point of view. Yeah, finally, one of the people who accepted her is able to see her and enjoys that fact.
そうだ。カイネさんのこと聞かせてくれませんか？
私の話はつまらないぞ。
Yeah?
カイネさんのこともっと知りたいんです。
Same. Also, look at the lunar tears. There.
わかった。私に魔物がつく前、子供の頃の話だ。
Is she gonna now tell the story we just heard?
私は少し変わった体をしているせいで、村では厄介者として扱われていた。
Okay, so there was something actually tangible, maybe? Sure.
でもただ一人、おばあちゃんだけが私を受け入れてくれたんだ。
Yeah.
どんなに辛いことがあっても、おばあちゃんがいてくれるだけで私は生きようと思えた。
カイネさんにとって本当に大切な人なんですね。
ああ。
そうだ、カイネさんの石化も治ったんですから。魔物つきのことや僕の体を治す方法も見つけましょう。
Hell yeah. But I don't think that, sadly, will amount to anything, but we can try.
みんなで探せばきっと簡単ですよ。
Yeah?
僕たちならきっとできると思います。
お湯をかけるよりは難しいと思うがな。
Slightly different line there. In Japanese, kind of said, I think it's gonna be a bit more difficult, this curing us, than simply pouring hot water over us. Yeah.
もうそのことは忘れてください。
That's cute. That's so heartwarming. Yeah. Conflicted feelings, huh? I get a little from Emil. I hope I can see him kick butt someday. Do we actually get control?
眠れたのか。
はあ。
目が赤いな。
Yeah.
あまり思い詰めるな。
ポポルさんたちのところに行く。
わかった。
And now we get controller. Okay. Wow. Wow. Gold moonflower seed, huh? I don't think we're gonna need any of this. No, wait.
なんだそれは。
Oh?
これは母さんの日記だよ。
Oh, was this here originally?
母親の。
Interesting.
ああ。国門病にかかって、俺が小さい頃に死んでしまったんだ。
すまん。悪いことを聞いてしまったな。
いや、いいんだ。もう顔もおぼろげにしか思い出せないしな。これは唯一残った母さんの形見なんだよ。これを読むと、頭の隅にある家族の記憶がかすかに蘇るんだ。
そうか。
だけど、最後の数日間の日記には奇妙なメッセージが数行書かれているんだ。
Strange, you say?
奇妙なメッセージ。
ああ。それは。
Oh shit. I feel like saving. How long have we been going? Not that. This. Sure, we can still go. Oh shit. Oh shit, we're jumping somewhere, doing something. Okay. Before we get to this, I just want to take a breather and just sort out my emotions and thoughts about that whole Kaine scene. This seems completely separate. Yeah. So Kaine's whole freak body thing, it's probably most likely something tangible other than just she looks a bit boyish, she looks a bit odd, she's a freak, like Demo said or harassed her. But there's probably something, interestingly enough, that does make me lean more towards the maybe she is like not androgynous, but like maybe she does have both genitalia, or I don't know. What could it be? I mean, it's so hard to say because she currently looks like a beautiful girl. Her arm, one of her legs is it didn't. Okay, so her arm is obviously bandaged, left arm, because it was ripped off and it now has the shade in it. So does one of her eyes, but obviously she's not using an eye patch, so whatever there. It's just so she can see better when fighting. But interestingly, I don't think it was mentioned that one of her legs was torn off, but yet she still wears bandages on one of her legs. It might be a stylish choice to, balance out the one arm odd thing. But there might actually be something with her leg. I don't know. It may still just be the shade thing that it somehow corrupted her legs too, because it was described that it started out crawling onto her legs and then up her arms and whatnot. So it might just be that there's more shade stuff in her right leg. Maybe. But if not, there could be something physical, odd, freaky, whatever they described it as, in her right leg. Other than that, it's hard to say if it's something visual because we don't see much, of what would be wrong with her in her physical appearance in the game. I had one other thought that I wanted to share, but I forgot about it. I was about to mention it somewhere in the middle of the backstory, but didn't find a good moment. What was it? It was some kind of theory? Question? Or was it just an observation? Fuck. I feel like it would have been a fun thing to add here, but I guess I can't remember it now. I'll try to remember it for the next time. Annoying. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue. That sucks. But yeah, Popola and Devolar. That's a weird case. Can I trust them? Obviously no, because they're working for their own cause. But like, can I trust their words in that situation where they said it's for the sake of the villagers? Obviously, their whole deal is controlling and monitoring and probably protecting the villagers from shades, but at the same time they do not wish for the eradication of shades, because they are original humans. Yeah, I don't know. I still like Devola and Popola, even though I probably should feel bitter about them. And to a degree I do. But I just I always enjoyed them as as characters, so that's that, I guess. Yeah. Sure. Okay. I guess that's all my thoughts. That little campfire scene at the end was very cute. I hope we get more scenes like that extend, because I don't think we saw that previously. Did we? I feel like we didn't, so yeah. I feel like I want to get some little extensions like that to scenes. Okay, I guess we're doing a separate thing because I did take notes of what happens in the main plot, but I didn't go through like every second of the video, so I don't remember if we got to go through our mother's diary. I don't remember that. Let's see if this is something new or if I'll just cut it off and I don't know. We'll see. Stay there, yeah.
聞こえておらんのか
Oh. The truth.
おい何をほうけているのだお主
すまん
Slack George.
何か夢を見ていたような
立ったまま寝るとは器用なやつ
The
だな
fuck?
行くぞあの扉だ
ああ行くか
Hold on, game. Hold on. Wait, interestingly, we've lost an eye, maybe? Yeah, I saw the back and I was like, I guess that looks the same. The hair looks odd, but then the voice came in. What the fuck? We are a man. Magics work. There's... Okay. Sure. Unlucky. Can't call an animal here. Ha! Curious. So we came from there. Mother's diary. What are we about to witness? Proceed beyond this point and you will be unable to save until... Should we just save this for next time? Because I don't know what we are about to witness and I do kind of have to get this video out in like 3 hours, so... Holy... Look at our lips. What the fuck? It feels kind of weird to half-assedly start something and then stop it, but... Interesting mark also there on the eye patch. I feel like if the game gives me a warning that I won't be able to save until something is over, it probably means that there's a rather lengthy portion of something coming up. So I feel like if we go from here, leave this area. Can we go back to our room? It just saves. And can we go back to the diary from here? Whoa. Before this spoils the end because I wasn't supposed to leave.
どうした
何か夢を見ていたような
Something bad happens in the dreams, sure. I could have guessed.
ああわかる俺もこの日記を読むとそんな気持ちになってくる
Curious. So, does this...
またその日記か
ああどうしても気になるんだ
Okay.
繰り返される器の世界
Okay, that's probably spoilers. I'll try to forget that until we actually go through it. Yeah, so this just takes us back in. Okay. We'll do that next time, definitely. This is a completely something else. Yeah, okay, cool. I just want to do kind of stuff right now. Just the cutest thing ever. Aw. Yeah, I'll definitely ask in my Discord if I... definitely ask in my Discord if I should do that or ignore it or whatnot. Talk to the vulnerable... Oh, it's... Yeah, the Devola is on there. Yeah, let me just save here. And then we'll end it here. Do I save over this one? I'll save over... Because this is still before the finale. I'll leave that there and... I guess I'll save here? Yeah, it still has the A clear. I guess in that case I could have saved here. Interesting that I'm level 33. Was I actually... I thought that the game reset your level to whatever your character level was after the time skip. So like, I think mine was like 17 or 18. Interesting that I'm level 33. Okay, yeah, let's end it here, and hopefully I'll remember whatever I was gonna say about Kaine next time. And yeah, I'll ask about whatever that is in the Discord. Yeah. Cool. And if I missed something or should do something else. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's end it here. I still no early access. I'll try to get it up for next week. It's been so busy. Just getting back to the rhythm of things and, you know, having other stuff as well. Trying to get everything early access, you know. I have to double record everything, so yeah. Hopefully by next week. Yeah, okay, cool. Patreon early access up to 2 weeks whenever I get it up. Okay, cool. See ya.